Let's try it again. All right, fight fan, what's going on? This is Coach D, the Wild Man, jacking up as you can see. So it'll be a little bit silent for a minute, but now we're about to go back live in a second. So we should be all right. You should be able to hear me now. All right, I should be good. You should be able to hear me.
You're still working on my end.
Okay, so that shows you how long the delay is.
All
right.
Let's try it again. All right, fight fan, what's going on? Let's go.
All right, so it's on the page, right?
Yeah.
All right, good. All right, scoot over. Well, you up for this? All right. I don't want you throwing up on my laptop. All right.
It would be smart to put a trash can right there.
No, the hell we ain't. Hey, fight fans. We got struggling Rick over here. You know, he don't had a bout with death, but he's all better. He about to get on this mic. But if he throw up on my crap, I'ma kill him. We ain't having no mess on my mic. It is what it is. All right, we go live over here at Pickens Pickens High School for some head-to-head wrestling against BHP. Apparently, somebody called out somebody, and they're ready to do some daggone things. So, I decided to bring the Wrestling War Crew in here.
That's right.
To go ahead and run their mouth. Holding back is up so we can see. Hit a team, hit a team. All right, so you know who I am, Coach D?
John Michael.
And Will Hendricks.
All right, we're about to go live wild dog style for War Wrestling. We're going to show you exactly how we get down. This is what we've been waiting for, head-to-head competition, so you can show exactly how we do it. All right, so we got time to kill, so we're going to talk some noise. Sometimes we don't give our refs enough credit about how much work they got to do on the mat. Not only dealing with the match at hand, dealing with crazy coaches, and dealing with crazy parents. So I got John over here. He's going to tell us how long he's been a ref, and as a head ref, what are some of the things that he has to deal with in a given tournament. So John, what's a normal day at a tournament for a ref?
A normal day at a tournament for a wrestler is giving it their all, going out there trying to do everything the coach has trained them to do. You know, some of these kids, man, they have a notebook full of moves that they know like the back of their hand. But, you know, each period's a minute long or a minute 30, you know, as you go up in age group. So you got a minute 30 or you got a minute, and you're trying to think of every possible move that you could run in that minute. In that minute, man, it's just not enough time. I mean, it's not enough time to run all the things you want to run, but that's more time than you want to spend on a mat in a period, I promise. Because it wears them out. They're going 100%. There's no half button it out there. These kids are going 100%. So that minute's a long time for them. And, you know, on any given Saturday, these kids got 5-6 matches if they're in a round robin, or they got a bracket that could go, you know, as many kids as in that bracket. So it is a lot of time that these kids are putting in, 3 minutes apiece, unless something happens and they get pinned or they pin the other kid. So there's a lot of time put into this stuff, you know, and the kids, they got all that running through their head along with being a kid, you know, so that's a lot of going on in a little kid's mind. So,
well, tell me your history. Tell the wrestling fans who you are, how long you been a ref, if you wrestled in the past. Give me a little bit of history.
I've been repping for 3 years now. I just, you know, helped a great friend, Jay Belton, at Hard Rock one Saturday. He needed a little bit of help. I stepped out there to help him, and that's where it begun. I've been coaching for 6 years, Team Bear, at Elite Wrestling Academy, and now South Carolina School of Wrestling. So I've been through the coaching scene for a while. A lot of these kids that are on this mat, not not so much from Pickens, but from BHP. I have coached over half the team. They have been in a room that I've been a part of for a long time. So I did a little bit of wrestling back in high school, and then it moved on to coaching. I got a son and daughter that wrestle. My son gives it his all every weekend. My daughter, it's still the playing time for her in youth wrestling, getting out there with her friends, doing that sort of thing. And then I moved on to reffing. Been head ref this season for Skyway Wrestling. Been doing that, trying to make sure that each kid that's on the mat giving it his all, that ref is on the mat making sure that nothing happens to him physically and that he is awarded the points that he scored or the other kid scores on him. So we want it to be fair. That's the refs that we're trying to pull out this year, to be fair and not try to boast themselves. So.
All right, like I said, we're about to go live in about 10 minutes. So what we're going to do, I'm going to have Will and John go over the roster, talk about the schools, talk about some of the teams a little bit, while I get the rules of the tournament so I don't mess nothing up. So I'm going to step off for about 5 minutes, and I'll be back. We better get this game started.
I'll go for BHP.
I don't know Pickens.
All right. Main goal, both y'all stay within the camera. So make sure y'all both in there.
So Will's going to talk a little bit about the BHP boys. He's in the room every day with them. He practices with them. So he's going to give you a little bit of history on those guys, and I'll talk about Pickens.
So BHP's a very young team. We got a freshman, and it's his first year wrestling, Bo Morgan at 106. And then we have Ethan Babb, who's also a freshman, and it's his first year also, but it's clicking a little bit better for him. He's also really aggressive. Then we got Drew Peterson. He's a 9th grader freshman. He's got his region record's 2-0, and he's got 3 pins on the season. And then we have Easton Brannon he's 126. He's a 10th grader. He's been wrestling for a while. His season record is 28-3. He's got 17 pins, and he's 2-0 in region. And then we got Andrew Guest at 132, who's a junior. And this is his first varsity match of the season. Then we have Ethan Dickerson at also at 132. He's a 10th grader, and he's 1-4 on the season and 0-1 in region. And then next we have Ashton Hobby. He's a 9th grader. It's his 2nd year wrestling. He is 3-15 on the year on varsity and 0-1 in the region. And then after Ashton, there's Brant Hobby, who is 0-1 on year. He's 0-0 on the year. He's on JV, and it's his first year. He's a 10th grader. Then we have Stan Gilchrist. He's 0-1 on the year so far, and he's a 9th grader. Then we have Will Tollison, who's 9-18 this season. He's also a 9th grader. And then we have he's got 6 pins this season, and he's 1-1 in the region. Next we have Christian Anderson, who's at 145. He's an 11th grader, and he's 22-10 with 13 pins, and he's 2-0 in region. Then we have Jerron Pruitt, who's 5-10 with 2 pins and hasn't wrestled a region match. Then Harrison Sharp, who's on JV. And then after Harrison, we have Cyan Barnett, who's injured at the moment. And then after Cyan, Drake Ragsdale at 152, and he's 12-13 with 6 pins. No, he's in 8th grade.
Oh, okay, he's a middle school kid. Okay, all right.
And Drake is 12-13. He's got 6 pins, and he's 1-1 in region. Devin Bolt at 160. He's 17-7. He's got 12 pins, and he's 2-0 in region, but he's injured at the moment. And after Devin, we got Tyler Gear, who's at 195. He's 21-8 with 12 pins, and he's also 2-0 in region. Then Logan Lawless at 182, and he's 7-6 with 3 pins and 1-0 in region. Then Avery Reese at heavyweight. He's 9-0 this season with 6 pins and is 1-0 in region.
Reese is right there, so go to Quentin. Yeah, that's who's starting. You're going through all of them, so just go ahead and tell about those BHP boys. We won't get them all in BHP boys well.
So we got Quentin Smith, who's at heavyweight also, and he's an 11th grader. He is 10-4, and he's got 8 pins and 0-1 in region. Then we got Jackson Hall, who's in 9th grade, and he's on JV. And Joseph Walton, who is 5-0, and he's got 4 pins and hadn't wrestled in region yet.
So before I go talking about Pickens here, we got BHP warming up on the mat right now, and I tell you, boy, there are some athletic kids on this mat. You wrestle with them every week, Will. Tell about some of these boys that you had to practice with. They're pretty strong. They're technical. They know what they're doing, right?
Yeah, they know it. They're young, but they know what they're doing, and they really do have some get after it to them. And they're athletic as all get out. If they just had a little bit better of a work ethic, we'd probably win state this year.
Yeah, work ethic comes in a lot, huh? Yeah. No, I tell you, BHP is coached by head coach Chris Strickland. He wrestled at Crescent High School, phenomenal wrestler there, and then he come to BHP to coach. And I tell you, I was there when he started, and he come in after Russell Blackson. Not so much quit, but took over as the AD of BHP. So Coach Blackson stepped back a little bit, and Chris took it over. And I tell you, the room has not lost much of anything. If anything, it's gained a little bit of intensity that I think that, Coach Blackson been doing it for a long time, and Chris took over, kind of new blood, So it's Chris has done a fabulous job at BHP. He's got some great wrestlers coming up through Team Bear and South Carolina School of Wrestling. Those kids are trained by some great coaches, great coaches. And then we move on to Pickens. Pickens' head coach is Sean Mansfield. I coached under Sean Mansfield. He has been around the state of South Carolina for a very long time. A lot of people know Coach Sean Mansfield. Great clinician, knows what he's talking about, demands hard work, demands a lot of perfection out of his kids, and that's what he gets. So Pickens has a fabulous varsity coach here. They're going to be moving up real quickly. I'm going to go over the wrestlers that I have for Pickens High School. 106 weight class, I got 11th grader. I got Jeffrey Hollingsworth. He is 12-6 on the year, 9 pins, and 12-6 in the region. I have for 113, I have a Lime Bowman. He is a 10th grader. He's 10-5 on the year, 3 pins. I do not have his region record. I got Max Joy. He's a 9th grader at 120. I do not have his year record. I have here down that he has 3 pins on the season. Jumping down to weight class 138, I have a Mr. Holder. He's an 11th grader. He is 10-3 on the season, and he has 10 pins. I got for 145, I got a 12th grader, Garrett Cloth. He is 17-3 on the season, and he has 14 pins. I got a Ben Joy at 152. He's going to be a 10th grader. He's 16-6, 10 pins. For 160, I have a Will Joy. He is a 9th grader. I do not have his year record. He has 1 pin on the season. For 170, I have an Austin Garrett. He is 9-7 on the season with 6 pins. I have for 182, I have Sam Marley. He is a 12th grader. He's 16-7 on the season with 10 pins. So that's what I have right now for Pickens High School. I do not have their current team roster. In front of me, I got what I was given by the head coach. I don't think he wanted me giving anything to BHP before they come out here. So he gave me what he could. And we're going to talk a little bit more here in just a few minutes. Like I said, BHP's warming up. We're waiting on Pickens to come out here and warm up so we can get a little look at those guys and tell you how they are. So we finished up everything we got. Where you want to see going?
Yeah, what kind of event it's going to be, you know, nothing serious action. Some of the guys you think may do well, seen them you might be able to front run.
Yeah, so to talk about a little bit about some of the matches tonight, I know we got just the first one I come to that I know personally from being in the room with is Easton Brandon. He's a 10th grader this year. Last year as a 9th grader, hold on here.
Third.
Was it third? He took 4th at state last year at 120 as a freshman. Just here last weekend, he won Devil Dog, and he beat the North Carolina state champion. So that is a freshman beating North Carolina state champion as a 10th grader. And then we got, he's 28-3 on the season, as Will pointed out a little bit ago. And then we got Avery Reese is a senior. He's actually committed to Georgia State to play football. He's been hurt most of the season, as you pointed out a little bit earlier. He placed 4th at state last year as a sophomore and qualified for state as a freshman. So if you're qualifying for state as a freshman, you got to be pretty good. You got to know what you're doing. You got to be strong.
Especially at those upper weights, too.
Absolutely, because he's wrestling what, Will? He's heavyweight. So, yeah, heavyweight, you kind of throw your weight around a little bit. You know, when you get up a little bit older, you know how to use your weight against somebody. So weight helps a lot, and if you know how to use it, you can do a lot with it. So, you know, going from there, we have as a team, they're 16-6, and they're 2-0 in the region. BHP is. I do not have Pickens region team record in front of me, or what they have on the season. What matches do you think, or what wrestlers for BHP do you think are going to show out tonight?
I think that Easton Brandon's going to show out. Avery Reese is going to show out. But there's a wrestler on BHP. He's at 145, and he's been wrestling for a while, but didn't really do many tournaments his youth. And you can see in the practice room that he's kind of turned a corner, like against everyone else.
So coach working with him.
And that is Christian Anderson. He's right there in the middle on bottom. And he's in the red shoes. He's at 145. He's been wrestling, I think, like 8 or 9 years now. And then another wrestler that could show out is Ethan Dickerson if he has a match. He just came back from ankle surgery, but he's been practicing with Easton Brandon in practice, and Easton's really pushing him and wanting him to get better.
Right there, right now. Those two right there, arms in the air. That's Easton Brandon. He's got his arms up in the air, stretching out a little bit, and that's Mr. Dickerson down on the floor, stretching out a little bit. They're warming up.
And then someone that's been either really good for a first year or just looks like he doesn't know what he's doing is Bo Morgan, and he's right here up front, and he's on top right now working a turn for warm-ups. And then Tyler Center also could do really good today if he does wrestle.
I tell you, Tyler has come a long way. He started as a rookie in Team Bear about 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
Something like that.
Yep. He started, and I was coaching at Team Bear at the time, and he started as a rookie there, and he has come 180 degrees. Tyler Center has come a long way, phenomenal things that he is doing. He's really doing well right now. Proud of him, really proud of him.
And then the person who Tyler's warming up with, which is Drake Ragsdale, this is like his 3rd or 4th year, and he's at 152. He's one of those wrestlers that could do a lot of damage to a lineup. He's really strong. If he just had some more technique to him, then he would be really good. He would probably go and place at state, but we'll see what happens.
I'll tell you, it's great to see a coach out here like Chris Strickland get down on his knees and critique things right before a match. That shows you the coach cares, that coach actually wants you to do well. He's just not out here for himself. He's out here for you. You know, Will, let's talk about this. You wrestle every weekend, Saturday and Sunday. You practice 4 days a week in a middle school or varsity room, and then you go from a varsity room, you go to a club room. How does it feel to have a coach that gets out there on the mat with you every day and sheds that blood, those tears, that sweat with you? Because, you know, I know every day that I've come to the varsity room, I've seen Chris Strickland sweating profusely, just wore out just like y'all are. And then we go to club and Dylan is sweating out there, putting in the time, the sweat, and being acrobatical like he is, and doing the same thing. How does that make you feel to see a coach out there doing that with you?
Well, it really pushes you, and it makes you like feel good on the inside because it shows that he's not just trying to do it to get his name out there, and he's also trying to help you and get your name out there.
That's right.
And it just makes you want to keep working and getting better. Like, you could have had a rough day, but seeing your coach out there trying to help you the whole way there, it really motivates you and it keeps you from breaking your will.
That's right. That's right. Because, you know, yeah, you have to go to school every day. And I know school's not what everybody loves, but, you know, your coaches, they have a job. So they have a family. They have whatever the case may be going on. So for them to be out there on the mat, working out with you, shedding that sweat, that pain, that time with you, that shows that they care about you. And that's great to see Chris Strickland out there on that mat before match, warming up with his wrestlers. That shows those wrestlers that they care. He cares about them. You know what I mean? Yes. So that's always good to see. So I think we're waiting on Pickens to come out. Our boy Turk is here, giving the music, being loud like he always is, doing his thing.
Youth wrestling, we want to tournaments for new ways, now we
can't film the kids, so we're going to go live for a little bit with y'all.
Okay. Over here near this jungle started, but we want to bring out some special.
I got you.
And I'll switch it after that.
Okay, I got you.
This is also senior night for Pickens.
It is senior night for Pickens High School. We got Pickens wrestlers coming out right now. Tonight is senior night, so we have their seniors walking out.
All right, he's wanted to study. He's been wrestling for 8 years, y'all.
This is Garrett Koth. He's a senior this year.
All right, I want y'all to give it up.
Just tell them what's going on here, but you know they can't see it.
Right now we got the parents and stuff walking out, and per some of the things going on, we were requested to just talk about it and not show some of the stuff. So we're going to tell y'all who's coming out and that sort of thing. And we will get back to the mat as soon as possible.
Some big time schools, y'all. Academy of West Point, Coast Guard Academy.
I believe this is Marley. This is Sam Marley. He's a senior this year. He's walking out with his mother and father onto the mat here.
He's got some offers from some big schools like West Point. I heard that one. I heard a couple others, but I forgot what he said.
So we got Sam Marley. He's got some offers from South Point. That's a great school for that kid. West Point, sorry. That's great for that son. Good job. And that is the seniors. I guess they have 2 seniors on their team. And we're going to bring you back to the mat here. Coach D getting on the computer, doing his thing.
I think Pickens is about to start warming up and getting ready for this match to start. But no, yesterday, Sean was sitting there, and he was guaranteeing 7 pins.
7 wins?
7 pins.
Pins. Oh Lord, boy, 7 pins, Coach Sean. That's something now.
That's a lot of confidence in your wrestlers. You have to have a lot of confidence
Absolutely.
to guarantee that.
7 pins. Wow. I don't think I've ever heard anybody call out guaranteed 7 pins. I don't think I've heard that. Because this is the thing. You have great wrestlers. You could have a bunch of great wrestlers on the mat. And then you could have somebody that's a 2-year, 3-year wrestler come in and stick him. Get a lucky move and stick. Here comes Pickens High School coming out to warm up.
But also in duels specifically, if you're sitting there guaranteeing 7 pins, that's really saying something also, because some of these people, their job isn't to go out there and get wins. It's to go out there and not get pinned.
Absolutely. And like Will was just saying, a lot of guys' jobs on a dual team is to not get pinned. You don't have to always go out there and win, but the best thing for your team is to go out there and not get pinned. So that, if you might be a first year, second year, or not, you got a 3-time state championship coming up on you, and you're a freshman, your job is to go out there, wrestle your best, not get pinned. Give up some points, sure, that's going to happen. The coach knows that's going to happen, but we don't want to get a pin. We don't want that 6 points, because that's a lot to come back on,
Yes.
So, like I said, we got Pickens out here warming up. Hey guys, while y'all are watching me and Will going live here, make sure y'all share this thing. We want everybody around the country, around the world to see this. We want to bring South Carolina high school, middle school, and youth wrestling. We want it out there. We want people to see that we're coming for the entire United States. We're coming for it. We're getting better. We're doing this, and we're coming, okay? So y'all share it, show the love. Let us know if you can hear us well. If we can't, let us know so we can get it fixed, okay? So, Will, we see some of these guys out here warming up right now. I see a few of them pretty physical right now.
That's one thing Sean's good about, is showing his kids how to be physical here. I think BHP here, their game plan is to go out there and watch out for the throws, because Sean wrestled Greco-Roman for the Army.
That's right, and Sean don't back down from nobody. You know that. You've known Sean for a long time, just like I have, and he don't back down from nobody. So we're gonna go for the flip here.
Pretty sure BHP is gonna end up being red here.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, they already got that thrown out there, so. We're going to decide
if they're going to be evens or odds.
Yeah, the weight classes and stuff like that, so we can, because I'll tell you right there, if you can get the weight classes that you want, the odds are evens. If you can win that flip, you can really help your team out, because that means that if you have a hole here or a hole there, you don't have to show. The other team has to show first. So if you see somebody that you don't want to particularly wrestle against, you can bump up. And if you bump up, so yeah, you give up the 6 there, but you're probably going to win the next one, so that'll even it out. It'll cancel them out, if you say. So the flip is a big deal.
The flip is actually very important in most college matches too that are going to be close, because you got those marquee matchups that everybody wants to see.
That's right.
And if they don't want to send old Timmy, that's his first year, to wrestle somebody like Bo Nickel, then they could get somebody else that can sit there and roll around with Bo.
All right, so Pickens chose even matches. Sorry, Will, I didn't mean to cut you off, but just listening to the ref here. So BHP is going to be red. Pickens chose evens, so they'll have to show out, and we'll wait on BHP's show here, and then we'll get this thing started, guys. We'll get some live wrestling here.
Yeah.
That's what we care about. People on Facebook.
Sorry for the downtime there. We were just BHP's huddled up. They're talking, doing their prep talk before they come out on the mat. And we have our first out here.
This looks like Drake Ragsdale from BHP.
Drake Ragsdale.
Who is this?
I do not know who they started.
I think this might be Will Joy.
Joy or Max?
No, it wouldn't be Max.
Started up. Oh, that was great hand fighting starting up. Ragsdale. Okay.
So, very aggressive off the start. And a quick 2 for BHP there. Drake trying to be very physical right there off the start.
He's following the heels very well.
Drake's got a short temper too, so if you're very physical with him at first, he might get mad and start getting out of position.
Pickens got a good shot there, but BHP won the shot.
And that makes the score 4.
It should be 4.
Yeah, that makes the score 4-1 right there early in the first period.
So
Drake's doing a good job at staying heavy there.
That's right. Pickens needs to get his stand up. There you go. So he worked him out of bounds. So now we're going to take it back to center here. Take it back center. So we got 1:16 left in the first period. We got 4-1 BHP here.
Good job stopping the first move for Drake there off the whistle.
Pickens needed a better stand up there. He needed to really get that knee up and get those arms up, get his whole momentum going to the sky instead of just waiting.
He's not as explosive as he needs to be.
That's right.
Now good forward pressure by Drake here. It looks like he's trying to get that over bar. Either that or just a wrist and a half.
Oh, he's got a half in. He's got a half in.
He's got that half.
Better look away.
If he can settle this deeper.
There you go. He fall through it there.
He lost the half there. If he had that half, that could have been a quick statement for BHP.
He's fighting hands right here. Pickens is fighting hands. Took him back down to the mat. He's got a half in again. Walking it over. You better look away. Fight the hand.
If Drake can settle his chest.
All right, we got back exposed. We got back points here.
This could be matched too. Drake's good at keeping somebody on their back. You can tell how strong he is, probably.
That's right. He's got his 3 backs for sure.
He's got at least 3 backs. He's got 12 seconds left to try to work a pin. If he can't get the pin,
got
and
the
he got the
pin.
pin with pretty much 8 seconds left.
So that's a quick start for BHP here, 6-0. Team points.
Good start for BHP.
That's right. Let me catch this wrestler's name here so we know who we got going out.
Garrett.
Is this going to be Garrett?
We got Austin Garrett from Pickens.
Oh, okay. So we started 1:30. Yeah, sorry. All right, so
against
Austin Garrett next coming up.
And I think he's wrestling against Tyler Center from BHP.
So like I said, Tyler started in the youth program at Team Beer as a rookie, never stepped on a mat before in his life, had no clue, and he has come a long way. So let's see what he's got here, Will.
Tyler's also very athletic.
Oh, he was heavy. Pickens was heavy on the head there. That's one of Sean's great things, heavy on the head.
Heavy on the head, and he's got good throws. He's good at keeping underhooks, and like if they want to overhook, they're going to get an overhook. If they want to underhook, they're going to get an
He's got the chin. He's
in a front headlock position.
He's snapping. He's nice snaps.
He's trying to. And now he's trying to work. He's trying to work a pancake here. And now you can hear Coach Strickland and Coach Worst from BHP. And then Tyler's trying to snap him and get his 2. Tyler
needs to get his knees away from the head, get his knees back farther, and get more weight on that kid's head. So Pickens needs to hit a stand-up here. He traps that leg right there. Yep. So Tyler's up 2-0.
Now, if I'm Pickens here, I wouldn't want my head on the mat there when he has that wrist, because BHP's got a really good stack.
That's right.
That's something Dylan Gary got BHP known for.
That's right. The AAU stack.
Now Tyler's keeping forward pressure here. He's riding parallel. If he rides parallel for a little bit longer, he should get called for stalling.
He's moving it. He's moving it a little bit.
He's trying to work a turn.
We gotta have motion. We gotta have working on top and bottom though, you know.
Now it looks like Tyler's got that wrist, and he's trying to work a chicken wing and a bar.
The ref just warned Mr. Center here, stalling on red. Stalling on red.
And that was the stalling because he was riding the hips too much.
This is a warning.
The team scores 6-0. BHP's winning.
I thought he had to.
And he's sitting there.
Dang, locking hands.
Locking hands call for BHP. That makes the score 2-1.
Locking hands there. To lock hands on top, once you have control, you have to have an arm in it. If you have that arm in it, you can lock hands all day and run whatever you want to. As long as you keep moving, if you stay still, you will get hit for the stalling. So he has one technical violation on him here.
He gets called. And that's the end of the period.
That's first period over.
Scores 2-1.
Green's choice here. Green deferred to third period.
He wants choice in the third if it goes there.
That's right. BHP took bottom here. He needs to hit a quick stand up, and Pickens needs to trap that arm and take him straight down.
And now,
he hit a great stand up.
Good job getting to his feet was Tyler there. Now he's trying to work that return. You got 5 seconds before it's called stalling for staying up too long. And now Tyler
reversal.
Now he hooks it into a headlock.
He's got the arm in it.
He's got that headlock. That's going to be 2 any second now. Once his back goes
He's got to have, there it is, 2 reversal. Great job.
There's 2. Good job with Tyler squeezing. He's got to watch him. He's trying to hook that leg. He's got to watch for that leg hook. And if it's Pickens there, he's got to hook his leg and roll through.
He's got his backs in. Now we're going for the pin here.
Trying to get a pin.
Oh, he's getting a little high.
And he's got that thing in tight, and he gets a pin. That makes the team score 12-0.
And this is going to be
one of the seniors.
It's going to be Sam Marley. Sam Marley, he's a 12th grader. He's 16-7 on the season with 10 pins.
And he's against Logan Lawless from BHP.
Logan Lawless here from BHP. What's Logan's record on the season?
6-7.
6-7 with 3 pins. So to shake hands, we're ready to roll. Right off the bat, Pickens tries for the ankle pick.
And now, Pickens got extended there on that shot. That's why he couldn't get it. Now he's got that front headlock.
Go for it.
Now he gets 2.
So Lawless needs to work up. He's got to get his head off the mat. Pickens has got to be super heavy on top.
Pickens, he's kind of being light there on top.
He is being a little light, ain't he?
But
he's riding the hills very well, though.
Yeah, and he's got that bar.
He did get that bar locked back up, didn't he?
Yeah, if he can.
Oh, cradle.
Now he's trying to cradle here. And it looks like he's kind of just muscling it.
But Lawless is fighting those hands great.
He's got that cradle locked up, and it looks like there's going to be a pin.
He got the bags in. So,
and he's got that leg hook, and that's the pin.
He got that leg trap right there, so Lawless couldn't fight anymore, and that's what helped him out right there. If you trap that leg, you can't get any momentum. You can't get your back arch because that leg's trapped. That was a great job by Mr. Marley.
Now this is Tyler Gear from BHP.
Tyler Gear.
And I think this might be a forfeit.
This is gonna be a forfeit for Pickens. So now the team score is 12-6 BHP with that pin by Mr. Sam Marley. Now it's 18-6 with the forfeit.
And it's about to be 24. And now it's about to be 30. this is Bo Morgan from BHP.
So we had 3 forfeits, right, Real? 3 forfeits right there.
So this is Jeffrey Hollingsworth from Pickens wrestling against Bo Morgan from BHP. Now this is Bo's first year. If he goes and if Bo actually wrestles, then he can do pretty good. But
So you said Bo's a freshman?
yeah.
All right, so Jeffrey's a 11th grader, 12-6 on the season, 9 pins.
And Bo's 12 and 17 this season.
Okay. Pickens taking him straight to his back.
Nice throw there, taking him to his back.
But Bo works his back to his belly, so we're doing good here.
Bo's problem in practice is if something hurts, he tends to sit there and he's used to, in practice, if something hurts, then just letting him pin him, and then he gets a fresh start.
Yeah. So a little bit of adversity, he just gives up and lets him restart. Okay, I got you.
And now that's a pin there that makes the score 30-12.
That was in there pretty tight, Will.
Yeah, that was tight. There wasn't much Bo could do there once he got it locked in.
So here we got Bowman. Mr. Bowman is a 10th grader. He is 10-5 on the season with 3 pins.
That'd be Liam Bowen. And this is against Ethan Babb from BHP. Now Ethan's very aggressive, and he's for a freshman. Ethan's not doing too bad. Yeah, Liam.
That's what I said, Liam.
I said Liam.
Oh, did I say Liam? Move, my bad. Will's just gonna call me out on live here. Thanks, Will. Love you, bud.
Love you.
Oh man, a great attack off the start there.
Good sprawl by Ethan Babb, trying to work a belly wizard here.
Worked him out. We're still neutral here. No points scored at all there.
Now Liam's very aggressive here. Needs to watch out because he's very heavy on those feet. And now,
BHP in there on leg here. Who'd you say this was?
This is Ethan Babb.
Ethan Babb, okay.
Now 3
man.
back.
Oh.
Nice roll through by Ethan.
We still have nothing. We still have nothing. We're still neutral here. Now we got a 2 there. There we go.
BHP here. That's something that Ethan's very good at, is rolling through on stuff.
That was a beautiful roll through. That's how you use that momentum and keep on hooking, you know?
He was at Anderson County, and somebody tried to throw a headlock, and they basically rolled around the mat like you'd see a bunch of little kids do, because they were both strong enough to be able to get that roll through.
I tell you, man, you say that about little kids, man. The little bitty ones, they roll and roll and roll. Hey, he's got a nice sit out there. Well,
Nice sit out from Pickens.
got his head turned.
Now he's back in on a shot, and Babb.
We got a reversal here.
It looks like Babb's gotten tired. Babb got tired really quick, I think. As you see, Coach Worst.
Hey, he's got to get his head off the mat. Coach Worst is in his ear, pretty heavy over there on the side. Coach Worst ran half the mat to get in his ear.
Now that's a locking hands from Pickens.
Mr. Bowman had a locking hands there. Locking hands is a very easy thing to get. If you touch fingertip,
if your hands just touch like this, that's a locking hands.
You don't have to interlock your fingers. Yep.
If they just touch, it's a locking hand.
Absolutely. So if they touch or anything like that, it's very easy to get.
Now Ethan's sitting there trying to work to his feet here.
He gets to his feet pretty quickly there. He's turned to him.
Now looking for a bear hug with Pickens.
So we get a reversal there.
That makes the score 5-2.
Yep.
And the period's gonna wind up ending. 5-2 is the score right now. BHP's winning. Now Pickens the first.
Try to face you up to the camera there, Will Peel. And my buddy Will to the Peel, my second son.
This was my second dad job.
That's right. So we're gonna go top bottom here.
Now,
Got a good tight waist there.
good tight waist, looking for a stag. I don't think
Oh,
he
he's got
was.
2-on-1
I
now.
don't think he was looking for the stag, but he got it.
Yeah, it was there.
Nice Mason attempt, but good roper.
BHP here needs to keep his head off the map because this kid is strong. He's obviously can get a stack very quickly.
Sean Mansfield, I think, was also the one that showed Dylan a stack. So.
Yeah. Coach Sean has coached a lot of Team Bear kids, BHP kids now. So they've been through a bunch of kids and coaches here.
And now, very weird situation here. Now
Got a reversal.
Now another reversal here. See, Ethan wrestles very weird.
Yeah, very funky. Got a little funkiness to him there.
Now he's full Nelson.
Hey, so when you're hopping sides, Will, you know, just like I do, when you're hopping sides, you got to move it. And it gets sometimes where it's very quick. You're trying to hop sides, throw that half in. You get that full. It happens from time to time. It's nothing that you're intentionally trying to do. But sometimes your hands get trapped. You know, if you're up under the wing good and that guy's got a good clamp on it, you can't get it out, you know?
Yeah, right there, if you got a half in and the guy was clamping like he was, there wasn't anything he could do to get that other one out. He should have posted on his head and jerked that arm out first.
That's right. Good job, Will.
Now Ethan doing a good job at forward pressure.
Staying heavy.
Pickens needs to work to his feet here.
Oh, he's got a half in.
He's got a half, and he's turned him here.
Got
And
Max.
he's gonna get a pin probably.
Oh, man, that was a great bridge there. What a
And he
bridge.
rolls through.
What a bridge, man. Reversal.
Now that's not giving up right there.
Wow. That was a great bridge. Now, ref has still got BHP in control here. There
Now
we
that's
go, because he
good.
still had the arm trap, so the referee still had him in control.
That was like a modified wizard.
Yeah, so we'll get a reversal there, so now Pickens is in control.
Pickens was trying. Now BHP gets another reversal. Looks like Pickens was trying to throw in legs there and ended up getting high.
Yep, just a little high. So now we're going into third. And Pickens, Coach Sean is into the side of the circle here, wanting neutral. I'm talking to his wrestler a little bit.
Now it looks like Pickens is starting to get tired. Right there. And that snap down was pretty much effortless for Ethan Babb. But after you've been wrestling for 4 minutes, that's when you really start to feel the match. You really start to feel that burn in your muscles from where you're sitting there trying to, like,
It's the
fight
longest
hand
6
control.
minutes of a parent's life. Okay. Like I was saying there, the parents that are up in the stands watching their kids, this is the longest.
And now
6
Ethan with a
minutes.
turn here, that's in tight.
Wow, that was in tight, Will.
And he gets
That
a
was
pin.
in tight.
What's happening?
Coach D, say that one more time. I didn't hear you.
Let James do an interview.
Okay. We will. That works for me. Here, Will. Take the mic. James, get over here in the big dog seat, baby.
All right, time to commentate.
What's up, James? What's up? So, tell us your name, how long you've been wrestling, who you wrestle for, and just a little bit about you.
Well, my name is James Dean, and I am 11 years old, and I wrestle for School of Wrestling, and I've been wrestling for about 2 years. And this is what about myself. I live in Pickens. I know people will probably say they're
here about to start the match.
Call the match.
okay.
So we got Drew Peterson from BHP, and he's wrestling against, it looks like, Max Joy. Now this is Drew Peterson's first year. He's very aggressive. And his headgear comes unstrapped. The ref's trying to fix that for him.
Now we got
just give him another headgear, it seems.
All right, you switch back out.
Yeah.
All right, good job.
So my Mr. Dean here got in and got his moment of fame.
We don't have any viewers right now.
What?
We don't have any viewers.
That's cool.
So it's Drew Peterson against Max Joy. Now Drew Peterson,
Great
for
hand
BHP,
fighting going on
very
here.
aggressive. He's reaching though. Now Max gets 2. Yeah, he gets 2.
Got a 2-on-1 there.
It looks like Max is just kind of muscling Drew. Drew's not the strongest, but he's got good he's got good conditioning.
Gotcha. Uh-oh.
And now
Bridge
a
through,
quick
bridge
turn.
through. Oh, he is
And now
he is cool.
Now Max Joy gets a pin. That's 3 pins that Sean has out of his called 7.
The called 7 over here.
Now Drew's not happy about that match.
No, that's the thing about it. You got a good wrestler, you get stuck anytime, anywhere.
Now this is Easton Brennan.
I believe it's gonna be a forfeit, Will.
Now that's a forfeit. That makes the score 42-20. Wait, they gave
The wrong team, I believe.
yeah. And now Ethan Dickerson also has 1. I don't know what's going on with the scoreboard.
They're fixing it.
I would tell you the score, but I can't really tell right now. But we got Will Tollison from BHP wrestling Eliot Holder.
Light's 11th grader. He's got 16-3 on the season and 10 pins. Looks like a pretty even matchup. Just with
Size
and that sort of thing. Uh-oh. Mr. Mike is over here getting on the head table here. Mr. Mike's been around BHP wrestling a long time. They're pretty heavy on each other right there in the beginning.
Will's problem is he gets turned way too easy.
Keep that crawl space in.
And now he's got 2 there.
Thought he was a little early on that 2 there. Not saying it wasn't going to it, but I think that was a little
It
early.
was just that's one. Oh, he's trying to work a Jacobs tilt. Oh, that wrist kind of got nasty there. Got folded up like this on.
Yeah. Got the arm bar in. Lost it. Now we're working towards the side here. Bottom guy needs to get out of bounds and get back to center.
Strick likes to show quite a few advanced moves, and that's what Will likes to try to work. He's not a real big fan of the basic stuff like halves.
still got 2 points of contact inside the circle, so we still got wrestling here. Still got 2 points. Now we only got 1 point, so that's why the ref had to take him out of bounds there. Rule is 2 points of contact inside the circle. We're still inside the circle, so that's better than the ruling of last year. Knees.
Oh, yeah.
Well, for the pin, knees had to be down for the pin outside the circle and all that. That was a little bit crazy. So now 2 points of contact inside the circle. 1 per wrestler is enough. We're still inside the circle.
Now, Will's doing a good job at keeping pressure.
He's fighting hands pretty hard.
And that's the end of the period.
End of the period, man.
And it looks like they fixed the team score. It's 48-18.
He was very close to getting that one escape there.
That's a saved by the buzzer moments there.
Saved by his hairy chinny chin chin.
Now he's got a boot in. And now he's looking for a sladle. Oh, now he's looking guillotine.
Wow.
Very mean on jerking that arm there.
That was pretty rough there.
Very mean on that.
Watch for the arm to go back too far.
You gotta watch
Call
that
him
shoulder.
potential. Good Lord, ref.
Now that's a potential. That's potentially dangerous there on that shoulder. I bet you that thing's stretched pretty good now.
I'll tell you right now, for that shoulder to go back that far, Will, is that his name, Will?
Will Towson.
Will is very flexible and holds his emotions very well because that thing was way back there. I can't believe the ref let it go that far back.
Now he's trying to work a
Cradle
here.
locked up.
And he's got the cradle, and he's going to have a...
Pickens with a pin there.
That makes his team score 48-24. Now this is the other senior, I think.
Garrett
Cloth. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong.
Cloth, I believe, was what he said it was.
And he's wrestling Jerron Pruitt.
Looks to be very athletic, very super strong.
Jerron's very athletic. Now.
You said this is Jerome?
Jerron.
Okay, Jerron. Sorry, Jerron. Ref having to wait on the head table here. Oh, Garrett was super heavy on the head there to begin. He needs to get his legs away.
Garrett looks very strong.
Yep.
Now Jerron's
in on the legs there with a great double leg. Wow. That's how you fight the hands and then you take that quick shot.
That looks kind of like a Jordan Burroughs double leg.
That is exactly right. Exactly right. Got the shoulders exposed here.
Doing a good job at trying to fight to his belly here.
He's finding the edge.
Jerron does not quit.
Garrett's going to keep the toes in.
And now he sinks that half in tight. If he can stay in bounds, that's going to...
Thought he was going to walk it over there.
Looks like he's going to...
Man. That was great out of Garrett. That was a great job.
Jerron did a good job at trying to fight there.
He got that half in there super deep.
Jerron didn't give up.
Only thing Jerron could have done is walk to the hips, got that leg hook in, and tried to fight it that way. That thing was in there super deep.
This is Christian Anderson from BHP.
Against Ben Joy, 10th grader.
I bet you it's Max Joy's brother. Now, Pickens, it looks like they want to be the person that gets their hands on him first.
It looked like BHP had a little bit of hands to face there.
Christian's pretty physical.
Those hands got to hit to the top of the head. They can't go to the face area, so we got to go to the head with those.
Nice pick.
Well, that was a nice pick. We're on the side here, and we get two.
Right there on the edge.
We're out of bounds. We're going back to center here. Now this is a region match here. Is this for region? Region championship?
Sure. It might be.
Referee sitting here talking to him a little bit, making sure he has his knees and hands in the correct area.
Now you see Christian had his legs a little bit tilted. It looked like he was going to try a sit out or a Granby right there off the whistle.
You know, kids are starting to try a little bit more each time before the whistle to give them a little bit of edge, and referees got to be down there and be able to see that, so they make sure there's nothing, wrong going on. We got to make sure it's right.
It looks like a double chicken.
Oh, he's got double chicken wing locked in tight.
Now once you get those locked in, there's nothing you can do on bottom. And now he's
getting leg.
over his head.
Man.
But he can't turn him there. Christian's doing a good job at staying on his belly.
And Christian Anderson is doing a fabulous job fighting this. Holy
50
man.
seconds left.
Wow.
And he's just now getting back points.
He's got to get up on his head.
Now,
looks like Pickens has got his hip up under him. So he might not be able to get the pin. Oh, man, now he's sitting it out. Oh, man.
Sit out under him like that, though, can he?
Wow, do what?
He can't sit out under him that far, though, can he?
Yeah, as long as the shoulder, as long as the arms do not separate from the body, as long as they stand up parallel, we're good there,
And that thing was in tight. And as you see, Christian looks like he's in shock. It's like, what happened?
Well, guys, I think that's the match. BHP 48, Pickens 36.
How much of the intermission you got going on there?
Shaking hands here. There's some good matches in there, man. That double arm bar was in there tight. Like you said, once that double arm bar's in, there ain't no stopping that thing.
I'd like to see that senior wrestle against Easton. That'd be a good
Easton
match.
Brandon. That would be a good match. Yeah, it would.
Now we got the JV in middle school. I think there's only going to be like 3 matches for this.
Groups right now. Give it up one more time for both groups. They about to get a little intermission, and then we're going to get right back in.
We've got an intermission going here while we get the middle school and the JV ready.
Isn't an intermission like a break?
Yeah.
You want to interview Easton?
I was about to say, hey, Coach, you mind we interview wrestlers?
Yeah.
We good with that? You good with that? Hey, Sean, you mind if I have the last senior you just sent out? Mr. Garrett? Come see me, bud. Come see me. Come see me. Let's slide in. We'll get him a chair. Let's slide him in here. Let's talk to him real quick here. No, you keep that chair, Will. We'll get him a chair and we'll sit him right here, okay? No, Mr. Garrett, right?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Garrett, that was a great double arm bar you had there, dude.
Thank you.
That thing was in there tight. You've been wrestling for how many years?
8 years.
8 years. You started out in youth or started out in middle school?
Youth.
Youth, okay.
Started in 5th grade.
Okay, so what youth program were you a part of?
I went to Team Bear camps.
Wow, no kidding.
Club, yeah.
Okay, sweet, dude. That's awesome, man. So 8 years into wrestling, and then you wrestle in middle school as well?
Yes, sir.
And then you come JV, and now you're on varsity as a senior.
I've been on varsity since my freshman year.
Oh, so you've been a 4-year starter then?
Yes,
oh, wow, that's awesome, dude. That double arm bar right there, that was sick, man. We were talking about it. As soon as you locked it up, like he said, once you get that double arm bar locked up, you're not breaking it unless you're just crazy strong, He had a good bridge on you there,
yeah.
But you sat out perfectly. You made sure you kept no potential problems going on, so the ref didn't have to stop it there. And we kept on hooking.
That's the winner of the Yeti Cooler.
Okay, all right. You want to give that to the DJ, or you want me to? Oh, that's the DJ right there. He'll announce it. Yes, sir. Sorry there. We had a Yeti cooler for raffle tonight. So while we're talking here, we actually got a middle school match going on. JV match, I'm sorry. But like I was saying, Mr. Garrett, you had a great match there. It was super quick, first period. Is that how a lot of your matches are?
Yes, sir.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So, is that your go-to move?
Yeah, most of the time.
Okay. So you hit that and you hit that button, you set it out pretty heavy. Did you have your hip up under him any? Because it looked like his shoulder was kind of on your side there for a second. Okay. Because I was wondering why his shoulders wasn't getting flat like you wanted it on the B, and that must have been what it was. The hip was in the way. So, I thank you for your time, man. We want to talk to you about that arm bar because, like I said, man, it was super nasty. But man, congratulations.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of the season, okay, bud?
I appreciate it.
So we're going to go here to a JV match. Will knows
This
these
is
guys.
Brant's hobby. He's a junior, but it's his first year for BHP, and I don't know who the other guy is.
We do not have the JV kids' names here.
But now, Brant's had him turn there. So, get into his belly.
Hey, don't go anywhere, Mr. Brandon. We want to talk to you.
Okay.
We're going to finish this match here.
Brant's sitting there. It looks like he's got him on his back. I think they went out of bounds there.
He get his 6 points there? He got a pin. Okay.
Now that's a pin.
So we got a pin there. So, Mr. East, this is Easton Brandon here.
How you doing, guys?
He's a 10th grader at BHP, been wrestling a long time. You were wrestling in diapers, right?
I've been wrestling for a heck of a long time.
So diapers, we were wrestling in diapers. So me and Will were sitting here talking. We want to see you, we wanted to see you wrestle Garrett right there.
Who?
Garrett, senior.
Oh, yeah.
We thought that would have been a great match.
Yeah, probably
between you
would.
and Will. He's super strong, obviously.
Yeah.
But we think that would have been a great match with you.
Probably. There wasn't that 3-weight class, that 3-4 weight class difference.
Yeah,
Would have been a heck of a good match.
Yeah, it'd been a real good match. But I was talking here to Coach Strickland today before we come up here, and I heard that you beat North Carolina State champion last weekend.
Yes, sir.
So
I did.
tell me about that match.
Well, we had the Devil Dog Invitational at Think Travelers Rest. Super long tournament, 5 matches, and I made it to the finals. Good match against the, like I said, North Carolina State champion. Put me on my back for the first 50 seconds of the match. Spladle, I got the takedown, just freak stuff, got put on my back. Finally made it back, won the match 6-7 or 7-6. Just
7-6. Wow, that's
had
close
to,
match. BHP gets 2 there.
Yeah, just all the hard practice and stuff I put in the room. That's what helped me win that match over that kid.
Yeah, and dude, that's great, man. BHP gets a turn here. He's getting back points while we talked to Easton Brandon here about his wrestling career. And it looks like the pins should be pretty close here.
Yeah. We got Grant Lauder from BHP.
And he got the pin.
Got the pin. Grant Lauder is on a 3-win win streak. That is the
win streak.
3 of the 4 wins he has had in his 3-year wrestling career.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. We got one more here. Who is it?
Trey Bolton from BHP.
Trey Bolton? Okay.
It's his first year.
First year? Okay.
But he's good for a first year.
Oh, yeah.
So
He's Deuster's little brother.
when we get done with this match here, I want to talk to you about your season here.
Yeah.
And what you're looking like in the state at your weight class, okay? So be thinking about that because we got a 2 here for BHP. We got 2 points of contact, so we should be getting backs here.
And he's probably going to get a pin here, right there on the edge.
If he keeps his toes in, we should be getting a pin here.
Got
We
the
got a pin. Look at
There
that.
it is. Nice, Sir Trey Bolton.
All right, so you, as a freshman, come in 4th in the state at 120.
Right.
And you're wrestling, well, what is it?
126.
126 this year. How are you looking at that weight class this year?
Right now I am 25-3. 3 losses come from 5A and 3A's 2-time state champions. So
You got 17 pins this year as well.
Right. Really good on the pins, trying to keep those up. Just grinding it out, getting as many wins as I can. When they are close, such as that match from North Carolina state champion, it just comes down to who's practiced the hardest, and I think I practiced the harder in the room, so that's what helped me come back on the match.
That's right, and keeping your emotions in check.
Right.
Not letting your emotions get in your head and mess you up. You keep that together, you have no problem there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if 2 wrestlers go out there on the mat and they're both giving it their all, there's nothing those boys can be disappointed about.
Right.
The best wrestler will probably win, sure, but the kid that loses, if he leaves it inside that circle, he has nothing to be upset about.
100%. That's something I've really had to work on since maybe the 7th, 8th grade. Getting out there, if something didn't get my way, it's not like I just gave up on the match, but mentally I wasn't, just old enough. Crazy things going on there, 7th grade time.
That's right. Well, man, we're going to talk to a few more of you. Thank you very much for
Yes,
coming,
sir, I
sit down,
appreciate
talk
it.
to us. Congratulations on the season so far, and good luck to the rest of the season,
Thank you,
bud.
man.
Okay,
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir, bud.
Tune in next time on the War Room.
War room. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
All right, go ahead. We'll close it out. We'll do another interview.
Okay, so we are done with wrestling here at Pickens High School. BHP won 48-36. Great wrestling out of both teams. Coach Sean Mansfield has done a great job here at Pickens in the time he's been here, and Coach Strickland's done a great job as well. Guys, we're going to roll these mats up. We're going to shut this thing down. Hang on a little bit, and we'll come right back to you. Okay, guys? Thank you.